Welcome, everybody. You're listening to Starke Radio. And in the studio with us today, we have the Black Moods from Arizona, from Tempe, Arizona. These guys are awesome. You guys do me a favor and introduce yourselves.
That's Chico Diaz.
Chico Diaz over here. This is Josh Kennedy.
I play guitar.
Yeah, and
Chico plays the drums.
And Jordan plays the bass.
All right.
He'll be joining us shortly.
Yeah. He's doing another interview right now, but he'll be here in a minute.
Sounds great. So tell me, how did this all start? What was the big dream plan here?
Well, it started out when I moved from Missouri to play music for a living, and then that's when I met Chico when I was interning for Robin Wilson with the Gym Blossoms. And the drummer I was with at the time left me high and dry, so I had no choice but to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, and my audition sucked.
Yeah, he was terrible.
I was terrible. I hadn't played with the band for 3 years. I was just studying Latin and jazz and all this kind of stuff, and one of the things I remember in the audition is Josh kept going because I kept playing either too fast or too slow or too rigid, too stiff.
Or like a puss.
Or like a puss, which now he regrets telling me that. But yeah, he's like, jive, man, you gotta jive. I didn't know what that meant. I'm like looking through my books that are right there. I'm like, jive, what's the definition of, there was none. He's like, drink this whiskey, that'll make you jive. And so a little bit later, finally got it, and plus I won by default.
Awesome. Good deal, man. Where are you from originally, Chico?
I'm born and raised here in Phoenix.
In Phoenix? How about you, Josh? Where are you from?
I am from the Ozarks in the deep southwest of Missouri.
Good deal. Jordan, thanks for joining us, dude.
Thank you for
Our
having
bass
me.
player. How'd it go out there?
Good. Yeah, I had to restart a couple times because a train went by.
Yeah, I heard that. That was awesome. You got to get that in the background sometimes. Might use it for something.
Sometimes you got to get the Tempe environment.
I just asked these guys, where are you from?
I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, okay.
Yeah, born and raised.
How'd you wind up with these guys?
I was out in Los Angeles, and I was there from 2012 till these guys picked me up, basically. And through mutual friends, I got...
By picked him up, he means like literally on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Josh dropped me off so he can pick me up again.
Yeah, it was hot.
No, yes, exactly what he says. I mean, mutual friends. Somebody hit me up, down the phone line or whatever it is, what they call it, telephone line, or whatever, and
Interwebs.
yeah, and I got a call, and when I was in Ohio, and they were like, "Hey, you want to audition for the Black Moods?" And I was like, I already knew who they were at that point because I had seen them in Los Angeles at their first album, and I was like, "Sure, I'll audition for these guys. It's awesome." And I did, and then. They loved it, and we loved it, and
Now we live in a van together.
And now we live in a van together.
Awesome. Tell me about some of your influences. How'd you get started?
Well, my dad, he played in bands, all growing up. I just grew up around it. My mother's water broke at one of his shows with me. So it started like that.
Okay, well, yeah.
Like that.
You didn't have much choice then.
I mean, it wasn't like Carnegie Hall either where it happened, so, it was some,
Yucca Tap Room.
Yes, it was the Yucca Tap Room of Wheat, Missouri.
What was that one place that's not there anymore?
Younkerville, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Younkerville.
It's a gas station now.
Yeah,
it's a gas
I'm getting this visual that
Still called Younkerville.
It's still called Younkerville.
But I grew up around that, and then of course my dad I was listening to so I was Eric Clapton playing, and
What did your dad play?
Drums.
Drummer, okay, cool.
So that worked out well. But I got spoiled because, he had 20 years on me, and so playing with him and then trying to find a drummer in a town of 600 people that was that good, it was very difficult.
I bet.
That's the reason why once I got good enough, Dad started playing in my band. So, and then...
the promo pictures were amazing.
Yeah, it's like us three guys and my dad at the time. But that's whenever I moved out here because there wasn't much of a budding music scene in the Bible Belt of 600 people, So I came out here and I don't know, I got lost on that.
It was influences.
Yeah, but that whole time was like Creedence, Eric Clapton, Billy Joel, and then like Merle Haggard and George Jones and all that kind of stuff. Because I grew up playing around the table, acoustic guitars, and Dad and those guys. They only knew 3 chords, so country music was right up their alley.
How about you, Chico?
I grew up here in Phoenix, and my background was actually I grew up on the west side, so kind of grew up on hip hop and then heavier music, heavier rock music. And when I met Josh, I knew who Zeppelin was and Creed and stuff. But I just never listened to him on a regular basis. And then hanging around the studio and Josh so much, it just was something that I was missing. So I was able to kind of make a fusion thing with the kind of the newer stuff I was listening to a lot of the classic stuff that I love even more now. But yeah, those are some of the, like Zeppelin, Bonham is huge for me. Even
Bad Company.
Bad Company.
We actually just talked to Paul Rogers today. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was way cool.
How's he doing?
Shaking.
He's awesome. He's like
Such a nice guy.
Nicest guy in the whole world.
Yeah,
just like,
he's gonna be here on my birthday.
Yeah, you just want to hug him, and I just met him over the phone today.
Yeah, and
Nice,
like he was hanging up the
nice.
phone. He's like, "Hey, Josh."
Yeah,
Nice to meet you,
and
Josh.
I'm like,
It's cool. Jordan, tell us about yours.
I grew up. My dad. One of my first memories is him playing like Journey songs, like covers. He used to play in bands, like same thing as Josh's dad, but he was a guitar player. He played Boston, AC/DC, Journey, like your typical classic rock, Foreigner, stuff like that, Def Leppard. And then as I got older and I learned all the AC/DC songs because there's only 3 chords.
right.
I branched on to my brothers. Like there was that '90s boom that happened with grunge, and then that's how I kind of transitioned into like the more modern day music. I went from like my dad's music, Led Zeppelin, to like Nirvana very quickly, and I think they kind of connect. Like the one they were influenced by the other, you know what I mean? But I went from that to like the whole '90s phase of music, you know what I mean? And then I got engulfed in that, and that's kind of where I stayed for a while. And then that's kind of where I've been. I kind of been living in that era for a while. I've been trying to break away, but
Okay, that's cool. Starting with you, Josh. What is your favorite song you guys play?
See, for me, it depends on the night and how I'm feeling, because you never know.
Cool. Good answer, though.
Yeah, that's it. It's all about, like, what kind of headspace I'm in,
Sure.
And I don't know it's my favorite of the night until we played it, and I'm like, hey, that was my favorite of the night, okay,
There you go. Do you have one that sticks out of all the music you've written? Anything that you feel is, like, I don't know, really came from the heart, really meant something, it was really...
We have a song called Without a Warning that's off of Medicine, off of the last record, and it just kind of like came to me all at once, but it has kind of stemmed from the like, bluegrass songs are like, it's kind of like up, the music's very up sounding, but the lyrics are very, not on the up, they talk about like killing their old ladies and burying them in the yard and that kind of, weird shit.
Okay.
So that song kind of sticks out because I watch a lot of Forensic Files. They have to by default because we're always in the same room.
Okay, yeah.
So between that and that whole like bluegrassy like rockabilly vibe, I like that a lot.
Cool. Very cool.
Today that one's mine.
All right.
Yeah, no, fair. That's the one I was gonna say. Drum wise, it's really fun to play. It's more up tempo than pretty much any other song that we play. But it is because it's up tempo, it's swing, it's rock, So it's a really fun one for drums. Any drummer that hears that song that I've talked to is like, that sounds pretty cool, man.
Cool. How about you, Jordan?
there's a lot, but I think one that I always have fun playing is Killers of the Night that we do. So kind of like a constant one or a consistent one that I can go to and be like, this is going to be a fun song. You know?
Is that one of the albums?
It's on
Medicine.
Medicine.
It's on Medicine also.
It's one of my
Okay.
favorite on that record, yeah.
That's actually
Cool.
one that's inspired by Forensic Files, too.
I just got that one for you guys. I have the other one too. I've been playing the heck out of that one.
Oh, cool.
I haven't been through Menace. I've gone through it once, but I haven't killed it yet. But it's going to be all over this podcast. So it's going to be awesome. Do you have a favorite album that you guys made?
We've only done two. I think my favorite album is the new one.
The new one?
Yeah, and it's not even done yet, you know.
Okay, that's
Just
probably
'cause
it.
It's we've had time to and we've all been writing on it, you know, which is great. But I haven't had and we haven't played the hell out of all the songs yet, so it's the new, you know, hasn't wore off yet, so I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Yeah, I would have the same answer. You know, just
We love the other albums. They're all
Yeah.
like your kids. You
Yeah, the new ones are always like, it's always like,
Yeah.
the new one you make is always your new favorite till the next one and then the next
yeah.
one and the next one. Yeah,
Yeah.
little kid, that's
It's
my
always
old
the
toy.
this
Now
is
I
the
have a
best
new
we've
toy.
done, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I guess if you made a record, you're like, wow, we have done better than he's done something wrong.
Yeah. This is not our best. What are we doing?
All right. What's tell me, when you're on the road, what's a couple of your favorite cities? Just give me a couple of them, like the fun ones you like to play.
You know, we love
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Every time we go there, I feel like we have fun and we just gain more fans, and it's like a blast.
Yeah, it's always fun. Same
That's
with
close to
Mexico.
where I grew up, you know.
Yeah, but same. I was actually gonna say that one as well, but Penasco, Rocky Point.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the real one of the places we actually got our start with Roger Klein and the Peacemakers.
No, let me catch you up for a second. Playing in Mexico is always awesome, and it's changed so much. Every time you go down there, it's always like another place. I haven't been down there in about a year, so where's everybody playing when they're going down there right now?
There's a few different spots still, like, you know.
Manny's is back open.
Yeah,
okay,
the
cool.
Reef,
That's a fun one.
Banditos, Boo Bar.
Boo Bar. We just played
Something
Boo
out
Bar
down there, yeah.
last month.
But yeah, Banditos is great. That's Roger's place. Pretty much all those places down there have a stage now, and bands
Yeah,
are playing.
playing sound, and you know.
Yeah, every time we go, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot of fun down there.
We're doing Circus again this year, Circus Mexicus. Super stoked for that, and that's always just an awesome 4-day party. We
Cool.
pay for it coming back, but you know.
We
What
always
are the
do
dates on
such
that?
buffer days.
Yeah, the dates
6th
on
to
Just
the
feel like
9th
shit one day.
Of
and then, yeah.
June.
June. Okay.
It's always first weekend in June. First full weekend in June.
All right. Oops. Let me fix this real quick. Hello. Went to sleep on me. There we go. Venues. Let's talk about what was the biggest one. What was your favorite venue to play ever? The one you finally said, "Oh man, I can't wait to play there," and I finally got that shot.
House of
out there.
Blues was cool. Our next one's Hard Rock with Whitesnake. That's one I'm really looking forward to.
That'll
But
be cool.
So far, I think when we played Hard Rock or House of Blues in Houston, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Just because the staff and the building and in the backstage, all the wall, everybody else that's played there, you're just like,
Everybody signs the wall.
Yeah.
You know, and so you sign it. We signed right next to Les Claypool, I'm a huge fan of.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
you know, so it was. You know, you could stay there because it was a gigantic wall. You could stay
Roy
there
Nelson,
for 3
all
hours,
this kind of stuff.
just reading all the names. And you're like, wow, we shared the stage with those people. That is just. We
That's
played on the
really
same
cool.
stage, so I think that's to date. That's the. We all think it's that one.
All right. Some future goals. There's some immediate goals. Either one.
Top 10.
Yeah, we'd like to, you know, we're at 39 right now, and Belladonna topped it up 29, so hopefully we can break that, you know, like at least top 20.
Yeah.
And then
By the way, I have a video I got to send of you guys that I caught up at the canyons of you doing that and rocking with the crowd during Belladonna. It was really fun.
Cool.
They're out throwing their arms up at the
Yeah,
center.
you know,
It's
that's-
really cool, man.
that
For
happened organically, and nothing on I started doing that out on the road, just whenever you're like, you could tell that people were into it when you do that later in the set,
Yeah.
and so when we feel like a guy rises attention, and I didn't realize how much, you know, they give back when you do that. You know?
And the crowd loves it. They
and
love
it's
to be
so-
part of
well,
the show, and it's great to have them be part
And
of
I've
the
been
show.
there
like
both
that.
ways to where, you know, I can gauge it to see if they're going to go for it now or not. You know, because there's
Like,
nothing
you've
worse.
seen- where everybody clapping, and there's the mom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Drummer's
some guys
mom
in the back
clapping.
going, "Fuck you." You know?
But this I love this question. It's my favorite ones. This is like a 3-parter here, but the first part is, give me some pre-show rituals. When do you go through? Do you need that 5 minutes of alone time? Do you need to go back there and take a cold shower?
We usually like jump
pretty
in the air and
personal.
loosen it out. You know,
Yeah,
just,
we
like,
shake around.
shake it on out, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
We learned something from Roger. Total consciousness.
Yeah, everybody like
So,
looks at each other and
look
makes
at
sure
each
like,
other.
all the time that you're
Mhm.
everybody's aware of
Like
everyone all the
listening,
time.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we do shot of Jameson.
Yeah. And we all have our own personal things that we kind of do. Like, I don't. Bob walks around screaming his balls off trying to warm up, and then
Yeah, I sound like
I try to
getting late.
avoid that. So like he's warming up, and I'm like trying to like center myself. But then we always try to like or like, you know, interact together before we get back on stage, because it's like there's so much stuff going on around you.
Yeah.
And like it's happening so fast, and it's like it's hard to just go up on stage and do a show. You know, like you gotta like settle down
Yeah.
for a second, and like he said, total consciousness. Try to like group together and gather, you know, sit down and gather back up, and then go
Form
on
that
and do the show.
trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder Twin Powers.
Yeah.
Triplets.
Easier said than
Wonder
done.
triplets.
Easier said
Yeah,
than
There's only
absolutely.
3 of us, you know.
Right.
And we don't play the tracks, so it's like that's it. What you're hearing is 3 guys on stage.
Oh, and it's awesome. I gotta say, it's awesome. You guys have such a full sound for the 3 of you. You know, I don't know about that drummer, but
Hey, man.
you guys are awesome. Yeah, he's just hard to hang on to, this one. What's the last thing? Everybody gets a shot at this one. What's the last thing that's going through your head before you step on the stage?
Don't fuck up.
Hold on to the bass neck. Don't forget to let go or to hold on to your bass.
Yeah, don't fall, don't trip on anything, and remember the words, because that's like, I'll get up right to the point of the of the first line or any word in the song, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know it, and it'll just come out, and I'm like, and then you get and I'm thinking to myself as I'm singing the song, how the hell is this happening right now? Because I don't know the words. I forgot the words, but they're coming out, you know. So I'm grateful for that.
Like,
that's for sure.
one in the 2000 shows, maybe twice in the 2000 shows I played with him, he's maybe just like look at me like I
You start
don't
making
know.
things up at that point.
And looking at me like, hey man, I know like 4 lyrics of this song. I don't know. I play drums here.
Ultimately, we always try to like tell ourselves to have fun though. Like, cause I mean, I get in my head so much, and Chico's like, "Hey, fucker, live right now, have fun." I do that all the time. Like, I try to tell myself that, and I'm like all wound up, and he's like, he's just sitting
Yeah,
there
because it's
drinking a
only
beer.
rock and
like,
roll. Nobody's gonna get hurt if you forget the words.
You gotta have
and
fun.
We've been like a lot of shows where when that happens, the crowd likes that. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
ah ha ha ha.
Oh, it creates a human aspect out of it.
Yeah, especially when you can laugh back.
You can
Yeah,
relate
laugh
to
back,
it. You know,
yeah.
everybody makes mistakes.
Makes
you know,
you
people
human.
see that, and it's like a ha-ha moment. You're like, all right, let's move on. You know.
Yeah.
Like speaking of that, like some of the most memorable moments that people even still talk about today is we played Circus Mexicus. This happened twice. Now it was like his very first big show with us at Oktoberfest. We're playing and the power goes out. So, but except for the lights,
Thousands of people.
thousands of people.
Here,
Lights are
Tempe.
still on. This is in Tempe Market or Tempe Town Lake, and Josh's vocals are gone. The guitar, I think you had guitar. I don't know,
No, I didn't have guitar. I had vocal, right?
Yeah.
something like that. Well,
Yeah. Because you were still singing.
Yeah,
no,
no,
you were
Yeah.
sitting at the edge of the stage, so there was no mic in you. You were sitting at the end of the stage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you had guitar, and so you see sound people going like, oh my god, trying to figure out who stepped on the wrong plug. And Josh is like, we're gonna sing a song. So he had the whole crowd.
Yeah, we all did Breakdown by
Doing-
Tom Petty. They had them all singing it. It was
Yeah.
pretty great.
It was pretty cool, and then somehow the gods shined on us and got back up, and
Yeah, kicked
boom,
back
right back
up.
in.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic show, and people still talk about that.
Awesome. Those are great memories
That
to
was
have.
fun.
What how do you relax when this is all over with?
You don't.
We haven't in years.
You keep on going, man. It's a good and bad thing. I've always looked at it like that.
It makes that one day off you get in 3 months, where you get to just not get off the couch and binge watch Netflix all day. That's the days, because we talk about this a lot too, that our life is constantly, you know, when people get off work, their thing is to go out and have a good time. Our work is going out and having a good time. So when we get a day off, we're like,
I don't want to
leave
do
me alone. I
anything.
don't want to do anything. I want to sit on the couch and, you know.
Yeah.
So tell me about your songwriting process. Who does what?
It's collective.
Yeah,
Like them.
we all do, you know, and then we all write on our own. Like it starts sometimes, like I said, we were talking earlier. Jordan has ideas, and it's like a lot of it we've been just kind of listening to him because he's new to the groups. Well, I mean, I say that he's always going to be the new guy, even 30 years from now.
Sure. Yeah, that's your cross to bear.
But you know, a lot of it's just because I've been kind of like starting the tunes because it's been mainly me and Chico writing the songs, or unless we work with, you know, guys in LA or whatever that kind of come in and happen to be hanging out at the studio, and we sit down and, or you know, we're late night drinking and got the acoustics out. But so it's been a lot of like whatever Jordan's had, because just to bring a fresh perspective to it instead of just all the stuff that I'm coming up with. But now it's all of us in the room at the same time usually. because we're never away from each other, so nobody has a chance to just finish songs by themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's also there's never a bad idea. We will investigate any avenue, and it makes itself continue to go, or it just goes away. And we have like a collective. We don't even say, "Nah, that sucks," because I don't think I've ever heard any one of us say that. It's just like, not Phil. What about this? Oh, this is okay, and it finds itself.
You get that feeling and you just go with it. Yeah.
We're
When you feel it, it's there.
We're
Yeah,
extremely
you
lucky
feel
that we can write as easy as we do.
And we do, and we got a studio to do it in and all that stuff. But it does kind of feel like at times you're underwater because we're doing so much touring now, and things are picking up, and we're doing lots of interviews and these TV things in different towns and radio stuff. We have songs that are done that we recorded, in between these things that we don't even remember. So on top of all the ideas that we've got backed up that we want to get done and get across and demoed, we still are behind on learning the songs that are already recorded for the record that we've written. And when you go back and you learn your set, because you're going to go out on tour for a month or however long, so you play that set on tour and you don't get any really rehearsal time. And being the openers like we have been, you barely get a sound check. So
Yeah,
you don't have a lot of
usually
time.
during your first song at the time. Yeah, and you just hope that you can get through it without. Yeah, I know. What kind of message are you trying to convey to your fans? If there's any? I mean,
Have a good time all the time.
yeah. Hey, that's a good one. That's a great message. Yeah.
Because we have fun. Like I feel like it's like one of those hard, easy questions. But like I always look at it as like we always have fun. But if we can make them have fun, like that's a win. You know what I mean? Because we're even if we play in front of 14 people, well, maybe not this, but we play in front of 14 people, we're still going to go on stage and play the same songs, and we're going to laugh and joke and drink a couple beers.
Yeah.
But if there's 1,000 people, 3,000 people there, like
That's
if
good too.
if they're enjoying it, then we're all happy. You know what I mean? Because it's about them. It's about us and our relationship with them. Exactly. The connection.
Yeah, and you brought up earlier when we were just bullshitting over there about playing for the kids. One of the main things that we were wanting to get across to them is you can do whatever you want. There's no boundaries. As long as you work hard and have a goal and just keep going towards it.
Keep your head out of your
That was my
ass.
next question
Yeah,
right here. What advice can you give for the
You can
young
accomplish
kids, the
anything.
upcoming bands? Any do's or don'ts?
That's it.
Don't play music for a living.
If you want to be in a rock and roll band, don't get married.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get married.
And also, I mean, here's a tip I have. It's just socks are $7 for 12 of them. I would suggest just throwing them away when you get done using them. And, every 12 days, spend $7. It's a big
That's
deal.
where most of our tour money goes. It's not actually food or gas. It's Josh's
Socks.
socks.
Josh's socks.
So that's another tip. Don't buy so many socks. Actually, he says
Oh, is
buy
that for
socks.
me?
He says buy socks. I say wear sandals.
Go to the laundromat.
Oh my God, you guys are killing me. What's your biggest challenge?
Ourselves getting over the mental battles. I would say for me.
Are you your worst critic?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
All of us are.
Definitely.
We have to sleep. That's a challenge. If we didn't have to sleep and get rest and take care of your body, that's a challenge because we could get so much work done.
Yeah.
That's a few hours a day we're losing.
Yeah.
And we do
Driving.
it all the time. That's all we think about and all we do.
Okay. What where can we find your merchandise and your music, and you have a website?
Blackboots.com. That's the hub, and it will send you all over to our socials.
Is it just blackmoods.com or the Blackmoods?
Theblackboots.com.
Theblackmoods.com. Okay, good deal.
And it's got videos and pictures, and it takes you to all our socials, and
The
actually has,
merchandise, our wine.
yeah, we have a tab just for our wine. We have Belladonna wine that's been out for a few months now, doing pretty well.
Yep.
Good deal. Where can we get that? Off the website?
Off the
also?
website,
Off
yeah.
the website too.
Ship it.
It's bottled from Suvino and Scottsdale.
What kind of
Yeah.
We have a red blend.
red blend?
Red blend. That's the first one. We're gonna make many different lines, but this is the first one of the Belladonna, and it's a red blend.
Yeah, it's good. It's good too. That's another problem because we like to drink a lot, and
It's really good.
And it's really good, and you're not supposed to drink all of your, you know,
Your
don't get high
promotional.
on your own supply kind of thing and stuff. And we definitely do when it comes to the wine, because it's delicious.
Yeah. Focus on the class, Jordan, over here.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'll wrap this up in just a second. Any upcoming shows in town before you guys take off?
Culinary Festival, day after tomorrow, which is the 13th of April.
What time and where?
It is in Old Town Scottsdale. They're blocking off that whole park. And we're actually opening up for Berlin.
Oh yeah, Berlin's.
Cool.
We
deal.
go on at 6, but it's an all-day thing.
And now you guys are leaving this Saturday, the
We're
20th.
leaving after the show.
Was it the 20th?
We're
No,
leaving-
that's next Saturday. This Saturday you're leaving.
We're
I'm
leaving
sorry.
we're leaving after the show. Yeah, we got to be in Dallas on Monday the 15th.
Okay.
First night with White Snake. Excuse me.
Give me a couple cities you guys are heading.
Dallas, San Antonio, Atlanta.
Orlando,
Richmond, Virginia, all the way up to New York. We're going up like
Yeah.
Huntington,
Pennsylvania.
Sarah Huntington,
New Hampshire.
Yeah, I've never
That's a
been
new
there.
one.
That's
Yeah.
a new one for us.
I hear it's nice. and-
Jersey, going to Jersey.
Okay. So be gone about a month or so?
Yeah.
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 About
okay.
a month and a half.
All right. Any homecoming shows?
No.
Mexico right now.
Mexico is the closest thing. We don't have anything booked in Phoenix. I don't know when we're playing here again.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right, no problem. That's awesome. Anything else you guys want to share?
No.
That was some good questioning. I feel pretty good about that.
All right.
Those are some questions we haven't got asked before. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been James C. Stark on the James C. Stark Show with the Black Moods.